thing. That was good control. Alright. Last and final restart here for the boys. Lights flashing. Beetle in second spot. Again, Nintisto, Souza, J-Mag, Catch, Q, 2 Racer Fam, Scythe, Sebestro, and Goof are our top 10. Nintisto on the outside in the pole position. Let's watch, keep a good eye on this man in fourth. 5 lights. Lights are out and we're green here at Dragon Trail. Souza looks to get a great start, almost get up in front, and we've had no one stuck on the grid. So it's now a sprint race up into turn number 1, and there's a pack of 5 hungry cars looking for the lead. Who will come out on top? Looks like Souza is. He's at the moment, he's on the outside. J-Mag, though, looks to be pushing that Mercedes through, but it's too wide at the moment for everyone. They're all coming through in pairs, and they'll get back into single file before the big chicane section coming up. Souza has won out over J-Mag, and Rockafella's Rocky has had a great start there. That's Catch in the green machine. A chainsaw car driven by 2 Rare. He's back down in 4th. Nintisto's dropped all the way back down to 5th. So he had a terrible start there in that Beetle. But our biggest winner was Souza, the American, from J-Mag, and then Catch. That's our top 3. Now let's watch and see what happens coming down into the first time through the bus stop. We've had a great start. Won't be a red flag this time. Everyone got off the line, which was good to see. This is Souza. Souza's the first one through. J-Mag follows. Catch is starting to just drop off the back end a little bit. But if Catch has been practicing up through here, I don't think he should be able to just close that gap instantly. He's through. Oh, look at this. Lots of action between there. That's 7th. 8th comes through as well. Oh, Kyle's had a great start. Nullywall's up at him 9th, so he can't complain at all. Cracksnake is through. Oh, we've had our first incident. It was Death Scythe. Let's have a look. Let's see what happened with him. Oh, he was already out by the time that happened, so he had to just wait there. Let's go back again. That's 13 seconds back. He was stuck there for a long time. I'm going to try one more time. That's 18 seconds, so he lost a lot of time off the front. And this is the replay coming into the final corner. We can see Souza and J-Mag actually touched coming around to start the second lap. So that happened as that was happening as well. We'll go back to the live pictures, and you can see J-Mag is out in front of Souza. Catch is still in third. He's starting to pull away from the little pack behind him. The chainsaw car of 2 Rare and Nintisto now side by side. Nintisto's all over the grass. He's going rallying. Nintisto just gets around in front, closes the door. There's no rally pedigree for Mercedes, so 2 Rare did a great job to control the car there. Oh, he's almost done it again. He's spilt sand all over the track. That's going to be now make a loose section for everyone who comes to the top of that hill. Boyd's Noise is in 8th. He's defending off Bravo behind him. The Texas Corvette inside line, and Boys Noise runs very wide through there, and I think Bravo will take the spot. Now they're going to be too wide into the bus stop. That was a good move from Bravo. He just dropped back because that could have been nasty. Big collisions through here. You can fit 2 cars too wide, but you really got to be knowing what you're doing. And if you're not sure what your competitor's going to be up to, and you're not sort of on the same wavelength, I wouldn't attempt it. The front, though, look at this. Catch has just flown through the final bend, and he's had massive run off that final corner. And somehow he's come all the way back from 3rd to 1st. We'll get a replay of that coming up. But this is great action at the front. It's 3rd lap in, and we're now got our 3rd different leader of this race. So, Nintisto, he's trying to fight back from the start. He was down in 5th spot, and he's now up into 3rd. Nullywall, though, Kyle Pate, the last minute entry, he's got the fastest lap. There you can see Q Races in 5th. Nullywall's in 6th, so Gnarly's he's definitely one to watch. He was racing yesterday as well, so he's definitely all warmed up and ready to go this week. But Catch has some stiff competition behind him. J-Mag trying to get around the outside. Down the hill now into the braking zone. I think J-Mag should be able to pull up that Mercedes in time. He does, and he blocks the run for Catch. So another lead change there. Neen Tisto still chases, and he's looking to see if they make a mistake. The pack of cars behind them as well. They're following him behind 2 by 2. Bus stop now. Looks like our leaders get through there nice and cleanly. I think Neen Tisto just come off a little bit wild through there. He's going to lose a lot of speed, and that's going to give the likes of 2 Rare and Q Racer a good chance for the run at the start. Catch though, he's going for another move around the outside of J-Mag. He got the lead here last time, and he's not quite looking as fast as he was before, but he's still absolutely flying at the moment. So Catch is side by side with J-Mag. Coming up into the S's now. And he's just slotted back in behind. Sorry about that. Just got to get the split sector times back up for you. There we go. So that's what our race looks like right now. 2 Rares in 4th position, and he's kept that lead in front of Q Racer at the moment. This is going to be another pack to watch as well, as Gnarly and Souza has joined the back of this train. It's going to be crazy here. 2 Rare's going to do his best to defend the position, but he's got some very experienced drivers right behind him from the likes of Rockafella and Stronger Together Racing. There's even a Full Attack Motorsports man in there. I don't know if 2 Rare is himself, but look at this. It's the battle of the teams right now. Gnarly has got that Beetle up in there. We're going to be almost 4 wide at one point. That's a bit crazy. These cars are just jockeying for position. 2 Rares come across the very inside of the line. Almost contact between, I think Souza had a bit of a contact there with someone coming through. But look at this. Gnarlywall in the Beetle. He's the man who's come out on top of all of this. Q Racer. Oh, he's just cooked it through the bus stop. And that's going to be a lot of time lost for him as we see the rest of the field come through. Go back to the start though. Look at this. 2 Rare and the Chainsaw. He's trying to get up on the inside. We're 3 wide now through the final bend. Souza's just forcing his way through, making a hole where there wasn't one. I don't think Gnarly's going to be too happy with the way that overtake was made, but we'll watch and he'll fight back right now. It's going to be crazy stuff. Now, bumper to bumper between these two, Souza and 2 Rare. You can't split them right now. You couldn't even fit a slice of paper or a slice of shaved meat down between the bumpers of those two there, that they were that close. Souza and 2 Rare almost wide again. Are they going to go 3 wide now as they come up through the S's up the hill? 2 Rare is just off the back end a little bit. Looks like he didn't get great traction, but I think Kyle did, because Kyle's right on the back end of that Mercedes. Coming up now through the S's up the hill. Looks like there's a big battle going on behind us here between 2 Rare and Gnarly. Gnarly's had a great race. He was starting from the back now. Okay, is he going to slot it on the inside? Be a great opportunity for him here. He doesn't. He sticks in behind and stays on the racing line. I think he's trying to be a little bit patient through this bit, but he might get a better run. Over 2 Rare, he does. He's moved him up himself into 5th. Does 2 Rare drop in behind? He does. That was a smart move from the Chainsaw car. Oh, J-Mag. That was J-Mag. We've had another, what do you call it, victim of the bus stop. And J-Mag's moving all the way down the field right now. And that's going to give these guys, Goof and Boys Noise, an opportunity to push all the way up through the field. Final corner for these. On the brakes. Oh, Goof's a little bit wide through there. Maybe it was a little bit too late. And the weight of that Viper just not stopping when he wanted to. But Boys Noise is doing a fantastic job in the Mercedes. Oh, Goof trying to get up on the inside. This is a great spot for Slipstream, but doesn't look like Goof wanted it. He's going to be outside here. He's going to look for the inside line on this corner. Boys Noise notices what he's doing, but back in behind goes Boys Noise and Goof to get back onto the racing line. Our leaders are still fighting for it. Neen Tisto's still up there in the Beetle, so he's still going hard, but Catch has had a great start for himself now. Let's go back and see what Catch did at where he got the overtake done. This is into the final corner. We saw him just pop out of nowhere. This is lap number 2 where it all started for him. You can see he was side by side with Neen Tisto at this moment. J-Mag was in behind, But Catch, when we popped to it, he sort of just came out of nowhere like a rocket, and that's where he got the overtake done. He did a 1:39 at that moment, so he was almost on the quickest lap as well. And Catch has pretty much had the lead since then. We've just had a lead change through the bus stop, it seems. We'll go back and check that out. Catch is now back in the second. Neen Tisto's got himself up in the front. Neen Tisto's all wrong. Another victim. That's about 4 we've seen today. And there goes Kyle back up in the third spot. So it's really hurting the guys. They're pushing it too hard through there. Neen Tisto's now just going to struggle to get back up to speed as the back end of the field catch up. Here we go. They're going to get an overtake on him. Neen Tisto's out of the way. Boys Noise moves up into 6th. And Goof around the outside. We can go back and have a look at the front. This is Catch and Neen Tisto. So you can see Neen Tisto was already in front of Catch before the bus stop. And this is where we caught it. So Neen Tisto had got the move done earlier in the lap. And this is where Neen Tisto got it all wrong. It just looked like he tried to cut the corner too much on the inside. And he's now way back down into 8th position. Silvestro's up into 9th. Q-Racer just comes out of the pits there in the Alfa Romeo. J-Mag moves himself up into 10th. Ambula in the Honda NSX. Hashtag escape velocity for full attack. He's down in 12th. Death Scythe as well. He was the first victim of the bus stop and he's in 13th. And Crack Snake, the car looks fairly clean on the front and the side. So I don't think he's been up in the bus stop. But he's doing a fantastic job at the moment. Neen Tisto's got the fastest lap. But our leader is, of course, Catch from Rockafella in the green machine. He's got 2.3 seconds on the rest of the field. Does he get it right through here this time? Yes. Souza now through in the 911. Oh, a little bit sideways. And you can see Kyle at the moment now trying to catch up to the back end of that 911. Two in the steel chainsaw car. Can't miss that thing. That's a great orange too. So that's a great... If you made that livery, I like it. Bravo 23 in the Corvette. He's also pushed his way through the field and finds himself up in a 5th spot right now. He also won our pre-race burnout competition. Neen Tisto is now battling with the mid-pack after a huge mistake in the bus stop. He's lost a lot of time and it's now 6th, 7th and 8th, that fight for spots. Goof, we watched at Le Mans last week. He absolutely was flying in the final sectors of the race. Let's see if he can't do it again. Boys Noise is trying to orchestrate a move here, but Neen Tisto just gets in the way, and Boys Noise can't find a way around, so he's going to try again. Goof, though, is also doing the same thing. He's just sitting off the back end at the moment. And this is on board with Goof. We can see the two battling in front. You can see 5th position is just not too far away in front of them. Boys Noise got that all wrong. And he was run a little bit wide, but Goof had a lot of track to use. That would be 2 rares in 5th. So Neen Tisto starting to pull away. Oh, Boys Noise again goes for a little bit of rally. There's no pedigree for the Mercedes, I'd imagine. So I don't know what he's trying to do there. Goof doing his best at the moment to stay with him. Neen Tisto is on a separate level, though. You would think he's just made the small mistake. That's why he's back down here, under braking now. And he's getting so close to the back end of Boys Noise. Boys Noise is towing him along. Goof's on the gearbox. I don't think they're going to worry about Neen Tisto right now. Neen Tisto looks to be getting a better lead on them. Here they go through the bus stop again for the 8th time. And they've got it sorted nicely. Let's see what the rest of the field does. Here's J-Mag. J-Mag's lost a lot of time himself, actually. He stuffed up. And Kyle Pate comes into the pits. He was on the softs, so strategy. They got free reign to do whatever they want, as many stops as they want, as little stops as they want, and so looks like he's going back out on the softs. And we've also got a few other guys coming in, Boys Noise and Bravo on the medium, pitting at the same time as Kyle. He was coming in on lap 8, mediums for these guys, and Boys Noise goes back out on the hards. Looks like he just lost a position there to Bravo. I think that's what happened, unless Boys Noise came in later. But anyway, they're back out almost right behind each other. I actually think Boys Noise gained a little bit of time. from that, but he's just screwed up the S's there, and look at all that gap that's been able to build on Bravo. 1.2 seconds just from that small mistake. So our pre-race burnout winner is currently running 8th spot. J-Mag's moved himself up into 7th right now, and he's got no one with him. Goof, who's also running a different strategy to Boys Noise, he's up into 6th as well. He can see the likes of Neen Tisto and Gnarlywall up in front. So Gnarly's done a great job to stay in front of Neen. That's going to be big for Gnarly there, as he's already hit the pits. I don't think we've seen Neen Tisto enter. So Gnarly will not really have to worry about his fellow Beetle driver, Neen Tisto. So the American's winning this one over the Canadian at the moment. Alita goes into the pits. So does Souza. Souza follows him in. Here's Alita. Alita started on the medium, and they're on similar tyres. So let's see who wins here. Aston Martin, he's not taking any fuel at all. He'll come back out into... It's going to be close for him. Catch could even take first spot. He does. He comes back out in the first. Does Souza do the same thing? It's almost side by side with 3rd spot. Gnarly's gone up into 2nd. So Gnarly's got the great undercut working. And Catch moves up into 1st. And Souza's lost a spot from that. But they're all back together again in train formation. And it's only going to be a matter of time before overtakes start to build up. And see what these guys can work out as they size up their opponents in front of them. And it looks like Gnarly is already going for a big move on the Rockafella man. Catch. Let's see what Catch can do. This is at the back end of Catch's car. Catch is currently lapping 1 minute 51. So that was a in-lap in the pits. So it'll be quicker than that. We'll get an updated time as they finish this lap now. Coming up through the bus stop, Gnarlywall wasn't able to close the gap by much. It's 4/10 between them. And here we go. This is Gnarly following through the bus stop. Look how tight it is through here. They get it right. And they continue with the race, coming up now to the end of lap number 10. So, last corner is also a great spot for an overtake, and Gnarly's actually orchestrated that really well. He got great run through the corner. He looks like he had a higher minimum speed than what Catch did. He's closed that gap now to 1/10. He's gone a best sector for him at the moment. He's on his best lap as well. Catch defends the inside line from Gnarly. Catch comes back across onto the racing line to open up the corner. He didn't feel like he was going to make it if he didn't do it, I would imagine. And Gnarly just stays out of the path of the green machine for now. And Catch absolutely flying through this first sector. And Kyle is doing his best to catch up with the circuit board livery there. I like it on the Beetle. Another interesting one. Free to run your own liveries as well here at SFR GT Challenge. Strong Together Racing, Souza. He's doing a great job at the moment in 3rd. And Too Rare to Die in the chainsaw car. He's doing a good job in 4th. J-Mags found himself back up into 5th right now. And Neen Tisto, after a accident early on, he's currently running 6th. Bravo's doing well in the Texas-themed Corvette. He's up into 7th. And it looks like Q-Racer has Boys Noise for company. They haven't been able to separate these two for a while now. Q-Racer's done a great job of defending the position. So this is Boys Noise chasing down Q-Racer in the Alfa Romeo. Last lap 1:44. Rodrigo Regaldo, welcome, buddy. You did make it before the start. You did. I don't know if you saw the restarts that happened, but I'm glad that you've made it, my friend. Q-Racer is just getting away. Look at that. Look at the gap he's being able to build over Boys Noise right now as they come to the end of lap 11. Not sure if we need to see any of these guys pitch just yet. We'll just have to wait. I'm pretty sure we've seen Q-Racer go in, so that should be fine for him. Goof is just off a little bit now. He was keeping up. Strong Together Racing Goof was, but he's rounds out our top number 10 right now. I think there was a change of position just through here. Emula and Silvestro side by side again. 11th for Emula. I think he moved up a spot. Silvestro and the other Corvette, they're down in 12th, stronger together. He's trying to keep up with the Honda NSX. Let's go back and take a quick peek. They were side by side. Let's look at this. Emula and Silvestro were neck and neck coming into the final corner. Emula with the outside line, he had the better run. Silvestro had to pull down the car's speed to make the corner, and he gave his competitor plenty of room as well. So great sportsmanship from the two. But you could just see there how much Silvestro was starting to pull in Emula coming down the straight. But has Silvestro made a mistake at some point? He did. He spun at the S's, and he struggled to get the car restarted. So that's what happened there. That, as we're watching the replay, Silvestro's made a small error, and he finds himself down in 12th right now. Don't know if there's any contact between the two. That's going to give Cracksnake an opportunity to move himself up into 12th as well. So keep fighting, Cracksnake. Catch still leads. And J-Mag's actually just gone into the pit. So 1:39 from Catch. Let's see what time our man Kyle was doing. Gnarly 1:39.0 as well. So they're equally matched right now. It's I think Catch has the first sector, and I think Gnarly has the third and final sector down. I'm pretty sure they're equal, probably pretty equal through the middle. It's going to be the first to make a mistake. I think at that bus stop will lose his position. Souza's in third. He does a 1:38 himself, so he's actually lapping a little bit quicker than the rest of them. We've lost J-Mag and Nintisto, so they must have had too much damage from their collisions at the bus stop. So Nintisto still currently holds the fastest lap, but I don't know. So he did a 1:37.6. So he definitely could have been up there by the end of this, but he made the mistake coming through this part now where Catch is, and he's just not been able to recover from all the damage that was caused from the collision with the barricades. Souza gets through as well. He's getting sideways. Hashtag stay strong, bro. And he's done it. Let's see where the chainsaw car's at. The bus stop. Q-Racer. Yes. He's through. I do like the Alfa Romeo. It's one of those cars I don't think is used enough as well. A lot like I drive the Ferrari 458 a lot as well. I don't think a lot of people use that. People say it is kind of a handful, but for whatever reason, once this game was released, it was the first car I used, and I've been using it ever since. So I find it quite easy. I find some of the other cars quite hard. Look at this move though from the Viper. Just sees the gap on the inside there at the final corner and takes it. Goof was on rails there. That was a great move from him. Boys know he's going to reply instantly here, but Goof will have the inside for the S-Bends. That's important. He does drop back a little position. Does he have the nose in front enough? He tries to delay the turn in from Boys, but Boys actually gets around with a little bit more power and later braking. Runs very wide through there. It's going to give Goof the good run again. They're too wide, and now again, Goof just cuts off the inside. Boys Noise has to just stop and give him racing room there. Goof now runs all wide, using all the track possible. There's a rumble strip there, so that's fine. And now they'll head back down the hill to go back up through the S's now. This is where Boys Noise needs to keep it planted and get the line right, get the rhythm right through here. Look at this, he's looking up on the inside. Now the inside of this right-hander, he's going to have it. The Viper's back in the distance. You can see the brakes glowing, but look at the run. Goof had through that corner. The crossover worked for Goof. Delayed the braking, and it was on the accelerator a lot quicker through the bus stop now. Oh, I thought he was a little bit wide through there. He did have to just do a little bit of corrective procedure to get the corner made. We can't see the Viper right now. He should be to the left of this car. He is. They're too wide now in the final bend again. You can't separate these two after 14 laps. They're halfway through the race. There's nothing that separates them. This is Goof. He's now coming up on the inside of 1. He swaps back over. He wants the inside for the S-bends here. Q-Racer's in the pits as well. Just an update there. He backs off. Excuse me, got a bit of a hiccup. He backs off. And Boys Noise still has the lead, but we've seen this exact same scenario play out 1 lap prior. And Boys Noise lost his spot to Goof. Coming through this section. Almost similar thing, but in reverse. Goof now has the better run as Boys Noise runs very wide. Boys Noise is not going to have the optimal line for this corner. He's not going to be able to keep the speed high. The wider line for Goof should help him here. Boys Noise does a great job of keeping racing room for both of them. Goof is chasing now. Now, coming back down into this corner, this is where we saw Goof do a great maneuver, doing the crossover, braking earlier, but on the power a lot sooner than his teammate. He's pretty much followed him through there on rails at the moment, and they'll come back through. That's a lot of dust being picked up by Boys Noise. He's run just a little bit wide. So's Goof there. He's scraping the wall. I think he's pushing it hard through here. I think he's got the move done. Boys Noise has gone very wide. He's gone defensive straight away. As soon as he saw that Goof was on his tail, he didn't want to give Goof that inside line. But we've seen Goof. Look at that. Around the outside now. And look at that. We've got Q-Racer starting to join on the scene. So if these two keep racing, Q-Racer could get another spot. And the overtake was done just before the finish line. Look how close these two are to each other. Boys Noise and Goof are putting on one hell of a show. And if we had Driver of the Day awards here at SFR, I would probably want to share it between these two because they've put on a great performance for us. Let's see if we can't go back and see that overtake. So here they are. They were side by side through the final corner now. And you can see Goof just got the better run through it. And that's where he got the lead. Going back to the live pictures now, and they're still together. 0.4 of a second now splits them. We're going to quickly... Oh! Boys Noise has corrected that. It's such a gamble if we go away from the action. We want to see where everyone else is, but look at all of this. Boys Noise on the inside. He delays he gets in front of Goof to delay the turn in, but Goof's gotten around him again, and Q-Racer now is a lot closer. Our man up front, Gnarlywall's in the pits. So here we go through the bus stop. All three. Looks like Q-Racer got through a lot better. Almost pushes Boys Noise through it. And now coming onto the final bend again. It's going to be more moves being done. Boys Noise flicks onto the inside once again. These guys, this is about the 4th time they've changed positions. Does Goof go for a pit stop? And I think he does there. You can see Bravo's even starting to join the action now. So it's now Boys Noise and Q-Racer. And Bravo will be there very shortly. Now this is what happened at the bus stop. You can see Boys Noise gets a little bit of a push from Q. Don't know if Q wouldn't have done that anything on purpose there. So this is it. Right on board with Q. As you see, just got a way better line through there. Oh, he didn't quite push him, did he? Boys Noise lost a lot of speed going sideways. And Q-Racer had nowhere else to go but the back end of the car in front. So this is where they are now. Right behind each other once again. 5th and 6th. It's been the position to fight for all day. Boys Noise goes very wide coming up the hill. Q-Racer with the foot planted here. This could be a good move. It is on the inside. Textbook move from Q-Racer there. And Boys Noise, I think, is just going to have to give up. Or is he going back on the inside? He can't get the same move done that he's done to Goof this lap. So Q-Racer's doing a 1:40s at the moment. Let's see what happens here through the bus stop. Q-Racer gets it. But where did Boys Noise go? Boys Noise is still there. Bravo's there as well. There's Catch. He's got Souza for company behind by 1.3 seconds. So not much has happened with these guys right now. They're just sorting themselves out. 2 Res in third right now, because we know Kyle O'Neilla's gone in for a second pit stop. There's Q Racer in 5th. Boys Noise in 6th. Bravo's starting to catch up on the back end of it. Goof's in 8th. He's gone into the pits as well. Amula's up into 9th. Sebestro finds himself in the top 10. And Cracksnake, who's just getting out of the way of traffic. Sorry, Cracksnake's the traffic, so he's getting out of the way for the front runners. Oh, he's stuffed that up, hasn't he? Not sure what happened there. There you can see the 6th and 7th are getting through. Let's go to them. Looks like they're fighting for it. So Bravo's caught well up to the back end of this Mercedes. So, Boys Noise has been a part of pretty much all the battles we've seen today. We'll keep a good eye on this one. Look at this. Corvette's going up on the inside, and it's done it around it. That was another textbook move there from the Corvette driver. And he's made that look really easy as they come into the bus stop section right now. Just the 90-degree right-hander and the run up to it. Souza and Catcher in the pits as well. Let's have a look there. Catch gets out in front of Souza, so the lead's not too much. 2 Rare goes in as well, and our leader is still Catch. Back down the 6th and 7th, Bravo still has that position. Let's see the move he made. This was textbook through here. We're right on board with him. You see Boys Noise run out wide through here, and he had the better line for this corner, and it was just easy. And you can see Boys Noise there in the background. There's not much he could do about that one. So we're live with the Chevrolet right now. He's in his own little space. He's got 6 seconds, 7 seconds either side of him. Souza though hasn't lost sight of Catch in front. This is it. This is Souza running a 1:50 last lap. We did see them in the pits. It looks like he's got a good run down this hill. Catch brakes just before the 100. I think Souza was a lot later on the brakes then. And he's caught well up to the back of the green machine at the moment. Coming through the bus stop again for the 19th time. On the outside before turning in. But Souza is trying his best to get that first position away. Catch has just gone across the line to start number 20. And there's only 12 laps left. This could be a change for the move here. Sorry, a change for the move. A move for the lead. That doesn't even make sense, a change for the move. He's done it though. First spot for Souza. So is Catch on a different strategy that's just slowed him down, or is Souza just turned the car up to a different level? This is the replay. We can see Souza had the inside line for the S's. And he just had a little bit more confidence under braking there. Almost sideways getting that car slid into the front, but he did it. And he now leads. He's starting to build that gap now. A second this lap. So Souza's very confident with what he's got underneath him. Obviously on different strategies here. So whether or not it's going to work out for him, we'll find out. He's on the fastest lap at the moment, so we'll stay with him and see if he can put the fastest lap in of this race. Through the bus stop nice and cleanly. So his Catch as well. He just stays away from that left wall. Coming up to the final corner now through the final sector of this track. Neen Tisto, who's had to retire from this race, had the fastest lap of 1:37.6. It's going to be close. Can Souza get it? 1:37. No, he's just outside a 1:38.0. Still a very, very quick lap there from Souza. So Souza's our leader from Catch in the green machine. Gnarlywall 90, a late entrant, but he's up into third, so he's doing himself really well as well. 2 Red to die in 4th spot. Q Racer has got 5th right now, but he's coming into the pits for the 3rd and final time, I'd imagine. So it looks like he's going for a 2-stopper and using the softs each time. So his team does a great job. Quick stop there from him. Bravo goes out in front. Well, Bravo's going to be really close to the back end here. This is Q Racer. This is Bravo. That's only 5/10. Bravo's got a lot more speed now, coming up into number 2. And he had the inside line. That's an overtake for Bravo. Another textbook move today. So we've had a few moves done. Oh, he got a little bit wide out of that. He's going to lose a lot of speed. And yes, it does. It gives the Alfa Romeo the opportunity to pounce back and take back 5th spot. So Q Racer hasn't lost a position by pitting. That's what you want to do. That's a great strategy from Q. And there's Goof down behind as well. So the pack now, as the race is starting to come to a close, everyone's starting to join back up together as everything falls into place for them. Strategies and different race calls out there. See the field separate, but now they're starting to close it back up as everything starts to come together. Q Racer, those in 5th. Bravo, he had 5th for a short while, and it wasn't a very long time at all. But Q Racer on the fresh rubber was able to reply instantly, and I don't think he lost too much time out of that. Goose had a good race as well in the Viper. Hopefully we see a great fight back from him now in the last final moments of this race. We saw him do it last week, and it was an absolute beauty to watch in Le Mans as he started fighting back. So Bravo's in as well. So medium tire for Bravo. What's he going to pick here? So Goof's followed him in, both on the mediums as well. They shouldn't need to take fuel unless they've really pushed it. Bravo's on the soft, so it's going to be some quick laps from him. And what does Goof pick? He's gone another medium stint, so he doesn't feel that the Viper can hold up on the softs for 10 laps. Sosa though, look at that lead, 2.1 seconds. So once he got in front of Catch, he's been able to make a meal of it and extend that lead over him. Nollywold 90, he's got 13 seconds between him and Catch, but he's doing a really good job with 3rd. There's 4th, Q Racer in 5th. He shouldn't need to pit again. Voice Noise has taken himself up into 6th right now. He's been fighting for 5th and 6th pretty much all race. Bravo's back on the tail of him in the Corvette. So they're going to be ones to watch coming to the closing stages. Amula in 9th as well. I think he's starting to catch up to the back end of Goof. So the Honda NSX driver could see himself well into the top 10 by the end of it. Silvestro in the other vet for Stronger Together. He's in 10th. And you can see he's got a minute between him and the leader, but 9 seconds to catch Emula. Cracksnake as well. He's probably a lap down at this stage, but hell, he's a new driver. He's out there getting some laps in, and he's being real respectful with the blue flags. What more can you ask? Anyone is welcome here at SFR GT Challenge as well. So all skill levels. So it's good to see. And we've lost 2 drivers due to damage at the bus stop of all things. There's Gnarly. Let's see where is the closest 2 cars right now. Q Racer with the best sector through there. Let's watch Bravo and Boys Noise. They're the 2 closest. They're the ones fighting for it. Emula's actually gone into the pit, so he's going to lose that advantage gained on the back end of Goof, and Silvestro will take 9th spot. So that's swapped. Well, that's happened. Bravo's really starting to pull in Boys Noise here. Canadians getting it all wrong. I think they both understeered through there. That was almost a collision. And Bravo's just pulled up the Corvette in time to stop anything major happening. Boys Noise just struggled to make the corner. So did Bravo too. So they're either pushing this stint really long with their tyres at the moment, and it's starting to hurt their lap times a little bit. But Bravo keeps chase. Bravo wants that spot. He's going to move the inside here on the AMG. He gets the turn in done a lot better this time. And Boys Noise drops back to 7th. Let's see, does Boys Noise reply? Or does he stay with him through the bus stop? This is the hardest section of the track. Stay with your team, to stay with your competitors. They've both done that very well, and there's gonna be at least another lap of competition out of these two. Boys Noise is so close now. Oh, look at that. He just flies through that final corner. Looks like he was on the brakes super late. But Bravo gets it around again. Let's have a look at that. This is Boys Noise coming up into... Look what he does here. Sees the gap on the inside. So late. He goes well wide onto the marbles there. That's not going to help his acceleration. You can see Bravo getting on the accelerator pedal a lot quicker than what Boys Noise could. So back to the live action. The gap has built. Oh, Bravo's made a huge error there. That's going to be costly. Bravo was up into the sand pit. He understeered again. Now Goof is starting to catch him. Goof's arrived on the scene and he's seen Bravo in distress. So are they pushing their stints a little bit too hard? We saw the two, Bravo and Boys Noise, understeer at that exact same corner last lap. Now Bravo's done it again. That's a huge error for him. That's it. I think Bravo needs to come into the pits now. We just saw that happen as he's run well too wide. If you get that line all wrong up through there, you never make that top corner. So this is coming up to before he made the mistake. He was well and fighting with him. Bravo had a good lead as he's come through. Oh, he's run way wide, so fast. The runoff has actually slowed him down a lot through there. And he's rejoined the track, but Boys Noise got the job done. And as he got around to this section, he got to the top of the hill here. He's done another mistake. So you can see his line was all right through there. Good through here. He was a little bit too close to the inside of this corner. And he's done almost the exact same thing. And he's gone round and round and round and round. And that's now 8 spots. That's 2 spots he's lost. So he's up into 7th. What happened to Boys Noise? We've had another big incident while that was happening. Boys Noise is going into the pits. So don't adjust your TV sets. There's nothing wrong with the timing screens. That's right, Bravo did get back up into 7th. But this AMG, he's only to back down 4 seconds. He's got at least 7 laps to reply here, and he's on much better rubber. So I think that was a really good move from Boys Noise once he saw that he had that opportunity and the pressure was off after Bravo made the mistakes. Goof has moved himself up into 6th right now, and I don't think we'll see him pit again either. So it's going to be a sprint race between 5th, 6th, and 6th, 7th, and 8th, and they're going to do their best to try to get their spots back. Our leader is still Sousa. He's grown that to 4 seconds. You can see Sousa now coming up to the back end of number 10, Emula. So really good pace from our front runners today. Bree Prim is going for Mike Prim as well. She says, "Love you, Daddy." So that's a nice message. Good luck, Mike. Bree is rooting for you. She wants to see you do well. So 2 rare. Chainsaw car, number 3. He's doing well, actually. So Gnarly has actually dropped off into 4th, but I think that's because we've probably seen him just get into the pits there and take a spot of new boots. So some new rubber for him. Canadian Q Racer, he's in 5th, so he's doing really well. Our leader's actually going into the pits here. Let's see what Catch does. He doesn't respond. Did Sousa underestimate what he could do on the softs? He's out now. He's coming back into the front of the... It's going to be a race between him and 2 Rare. 2 Rare's well far behind. So maybe that was just an insurance move from Sousa. Catch, though, will just increase that lead. 8.2 seconds. Sousa knows he's quick. And now that he's got new rubber as well, he might be able to decrease the deficit. Keep an eye out on that. 7.7 seconds now. So it's actually... Look at that. It's dropping super quick. Q Racer's in the pits. He needs new rubber as well, so he couldn't make those softs last. I thought he might be able to get to the end. So that's a 3-stopper from Q. I'm not sure if that's a mistake or not. That's a lot of pit stops. Maybe another insurance move from him just to keep Goof off him at the end, because Goof is known for those last minute runs. Is Goof going in as well? He is. What is Bravo going to do? Bravo's going to love this. He will. He'll continue. And the Corvette will move himself well up into 6th spot. Boys Noise as well might even do it. It's going to be close actually between him. Here comes the Corvette. Boys Noise. Oh, he's just down in front. Goof couldn't get it done. He's on fresh rubber though, so we could see another last-ditched effort like we saw at Le Mans happen again today. Another SFR GT challenge final lap sprint from the Goof man. Silvestro is trying to keep it really clean. Oh, Catch has actually had to come in. So Catch couldn't even keep those mediums out there. So very interesting calls there. Catch trying to get a little bit of time up on the 911, but he couldn't do it. He's gone the softs. I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's got 4 laps. So there's a lot of cars out there right now trying to get an insurance pit stop in and get the quicker times on the competitor out front and capitalize on the roll to rubber. But Souza's got new rubber too, so I don't know if Catch is going to be able to do it. One man that might is this man in the Viper. Look at that, he's so close right now on the back end of that Mercedes. He got new rubber for a reason, and this is it. He's going to be a lot quicker at the end of this race. Look at the confidence he's got through the bus stop here. Boys Noise didn't look quite as comfortable, but Goof certainly was able to push hard and close the gap now on that yellow Mercedes. The gap is just a second. It's not too much. Let's keep an eye on it. It's just growing as they come through the final corner, but he's going to keep it within a second. So 7th position is what this Dodge Viper wants to take by the end of the race. Silvestro's having to come in too. He was on the hard. He's going to need fuel as well. That's interesting. So he's pushed either his 3% fuel. He should be able to make it to the end on that, you'd think. No, he's having to fill up. He did. That's very weird that you need to see a car fill up there. So that Corvette, very thirsty. Crack Snake. Blue flags are him, but he's doing the best that he possibly can. So good sportsmanship from him. Our leader is Souza, 7 seconds. Catch has not been able to close that gap down. He's got the soft tyre, but it's just not going to be enough. Chainsaw car's in, 2 rare. He's got a 22-second lead over this man, Q Racer. It could be enough. Let's see what he can do. He's going to get some new rubbers on. He's going to come out on the softs as you'd expect. And yeah, Q Racer too far back. So a lot of insurance pit stops here. Just they've got the time to do it. So they go into the pits to get the new tyres. And they come out with a lot more grip at the end of the race instead of nursing some very old ones which slip and slide everywhere and can cause an accident. So 2 rare should pretty much have 4th in the bag from this stage on. Q Racer looks like he's got 5th as well. Bravo's a little bit too far off. It's going to be between these two. Oh, look at that. Goof's got in front. Hopefully we can watch that overtake. That's just all happened as that's all been going on with the pit stops. But Goof with the newer tyres over Boys Noise has made the move stick. Oh, he even had it before the pit stop. Oh, sorry, the bus stop. So Goof has eaten up Boys Noise in the final laps of this race. Boys Noise though, he's looking to make another move this race. This will be about the 10th move these guys have made on each other. Position change between the two. It's the Viper versus the Mercedes. At the moment, the Viper's winning. We're on lap 29 of 32. Boys Noise gets very wild. Just kept that thing pointing straight. But Goof is able to increase the lead as they come up through the uphill S's now. You can see, looking at the back, you see that's the gap visually from Goof and Bravo. That is 0.8 of a second. Sorry, Goof and Boys Noise. No one's been able to beat Neen Tisto's early fast lap. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Oh, it's caused another accident. I think that's shoved Goof. He just was not expecting to see that. That's huge, and that's given Boys Noise the 6th position. Pretty sure Bravo caused it. Yes, this is it. So Bravo came in, and he made it all wrong, and then he saw the yellow flag through here, and he tried to avoid an incident, and Boys Noise, it just didn't really faze him too much, and off he went. So Bravo in a collision of his own at the bus stop. It's caused another calamity through here. Bravo's had to go into the pits. I think he's got he had a lot of damage, aerodynamic damage on the car, and he's still got a few laps to get through. Soz has now lapped him, so that's a blue flag for the Corvette. Should let him through. He does. So Soz has got a 6-second lead on Rockafella's catch. And then Gnarly Wall 90 up into 3rd. He's done really well. He's jumped into this race late. And without much preparation, he's done a really fine job to get up into the podium. Two Race had a very clean race today. Q-Racer as well. He's made a lot of pit stops, but it's worked for him. He's maintained 5th for most of it. Boys Noise got lucky there at the end with the collision between Bravo and Goof. Bravo causing a collision on his own, and Goof just got a little bit unsettled as he saw the yellow flags waved. Boys Noise was unfazed though, and he went flying through the bus stop to take 6th spot, where Goof does have 7th rather. Bravo now is getting lapped by a few cars. Emula's coming through as well. He doesn't look like he's been fazed by the bus stop today, because the car doesn't have a lot of damage, so he's kept it nice and clean. Silvestro as well in the Corvette. So good stuff from him. Cracksnake is out back there, so he's on lap 29. He's a few laps down, but hashtag stay strong, hashtag never give up, and he's definitely living up to those values right now. So let's go back and check what happened to get Goof where he is. This is Bravo, right on board with Bravo. Just cut the inside line, yellow flag, and see it just popped up on his screen, and I think he's gone to avoid it. And Boys Noise, just off he went. So this is Boys Noise right now, and he's still got that 6th position. He's got a long way to go to catch up to anyone in front of him, so it should be pretty much in the bag for him. This is what he saw coming up through. So Bravo at the moment has just caused a collision. Goof's got the lead in front of Boys Noise. Goof tries to avoid, and Boys Noise has been able to react because he's had a lot more time to think about it, and he definitely gained 2 spots from that. So unlucky there to those boys in front. Sometimes that's motor racing. It can be a cruel sport, a cruel mistress. Cracksnake's going in, so I wonder if he's just need to do his final few pit stops as well. So yeah, the guys have had to do at least 2 to 3 pit stops today. It's been an interesting one, and we've even seen one driver have to take fuel. But it's the last lap for Souza. He's out in the front. There's the checkered flag flying for him. Stronger together. Souza wins today's race with a huge spin at the end. Great show. Catch now will come across and take 2nd spot. And Bravo has taken 8th as well as he crossed the checkered flag. 3rd spot is still up for grabs, but it looks like Gnarly Wall's going to get it. Here comes Silvestro. He'll take the checkered flag as well. A lap down, and he'll take 10th. There's Gnarly Wall in 3rd. Great race from him. Chainsaw cars coming, 2 rare. Final lap for him, and that's going to be 4th spot. Q Racer should be next, and he is. He's not too far off. Checker flag flies, and he does a nice little pirouette for us as well. Oh, he's lucky to get across the line. Oh, he's got a hell of a lot of time to go, as Boys Noise is not even through the bus stop yet. Canadian has to get through this. Where's Goof? There's Goof. If he stuffs this up, Goof could get it. Oh, Boys Noise. He gets it done. Let's see what Goof can do. He's going to be kicking himself after that silly error a few laps ago. He pretty much had that 6th position in the bag. But Boys Noise kept it clean when he needed to. He fought when he needed to. And he's going to take the 6th position. Here he goes, checker flag flying. Is he going to give us a nice little pirouette? Flash of the lights from him there. Goof is now coming across the line as well. That's 7th. There we go. The Viper gets 7th spot. Bravo was 8th. Fams Emula was 9th. Silvestro got number 10th. And it looks like Cracksnake will take 11th. We've had 2 retirements, but our winner was Souza. There's our final positions. And that was the SFR GT Challenge. I hope I'm saying this right. Hvartski Cup. GT3 Cup. And our winner today was STR Souza from Stronger Together Racing. But don't forget, I'd like to thank both Full Attack Motorsports and Rockafella Racing as well. And all the races that are involved for putting on today's race. Without you, we don't have anything. And don't forget to stay strong and never give up. And it's escape velocity time for the GT Challenge. They've got their registrations open till December 21st. Go and check them out on Facebook and sign up if you'd like to be in these races. Otherwise, you know where to catch them. The action will always be here on Demo 1 Garage. So, thanks again to everybody, and congratulations to our winner today, Souza from Stronger Together Racing. Don't forget to support all the guys on Facebook. I will put their links up very shortly for you if you can't find them yourself. But as always, my name is Josh. Race hard and on the edge. This has been Demo 1 Garage Broadcast. It was the SFR GT3 Challenge here today at Dragon Trail. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.